Well, hello kids, and welcome to another exciting edition of Open View with me, your host, Rexford Pendleton. Tonight I want to talk to you little tots about travelling abroad. And I realise that many of you probably won't be travelling on your own, especially at your ages, unless of course you run away from home, hook up with a prostitute and spend the rest of your life strung out and running from the police. Regardless, here are some tips for you young travellers. First off, never carry cash. Do yourself a favour, take whatever cash you find in your house and go buy traveller's cheques. Small denominations are best, so you don't find yourself, having to give some bloke 100 for a few scotch and tonics. Smallsies work as well for your ladies of the evening, and I found that you can't get anything worthwhile anyway for under 500. Mind you, if you ever go to Berlin, I can recommend a couple of tarts that'll make you feel like you've just been sucked through an airplane engine. Another tip for you is to pack light. The bigger the suitcase, the less you take with you, the more room you've got when you nick stuff later on. Towels, jewellery, liquor and vibrators will pack nicely, provided you have the room. So remember, take only the essentials, some underwear, a couple of chains of clothes, a few tubes of penicillin and an assortment of coloured prophylactics. I personally recommend the spiked bishops, the ones with the antennas. Also, keep in mind that when you're travelling abroad, you should secure yourself a guide as soon as possible. Now, failure to do so will mean you're going to spend way too much on cab fare, hookers and booze. I suggest that you call an escort service as soon as you land. Rent her out for a few weeks, see the sights cheaply as possible during the day, and then, because you were thinking ahead, kids, you can bang her every night. Another important point when it comes to travelling is this. When abroad, you are a visitor, a foreigner. You're unfamiliar with the ways of the new country, and I find this can often work for you when looking for friendship in the red light district. Get them to feel sorry for you, and you'll score every time. Lastly, remember that as a foreigner and being incontinent, that you'll need to behave properly. Being incontinent sometimes means you've got to go where others want you to go. I've been incontinent so many times, I've left skid marks. People taking you here and there, they sometimes make you go when you don't want to. And let me tell you, once you've been hauled around by a stranger for weeks at a time, it's enough to make you shit yourself. And that, kids, is what being incontinent is all about. Something to think about. I'm Rexford Pendleton.